Hello, everybody. Hello and welcome. Sunday afternoon stream. Our host, Amin Gecko. I did as I promised at the end of last week, where I did do some work on improving infrastructure and things that are going to be needing to be done in order to increase the output of the base. But I did run into a small issue. The things I added end up draining the power storage modules. And I've had to shut a lot of the more recently added stuff down so they can recharge and that the breaker would quit tripping. So yeah, it's the base isn't happy right now, basically. Should be joined soon by my cohort. Hopefully this time we may not have to end up going on an epic quest that takes 20 minutes to rescue Multi's inventory and then have to go on another get done with that, then have to turn around and go right back on another 25-minute epic quest to dig him out of a hole again. Oh, am I still deafened?
Yes, you are.
Okay, I'm not deafened now. Hey,
Oh, well,
guys.
if you can't hear me, then I'll just
Have to
I'll
do
have to be singing in the rain.
it. Bad timing because now he can't hear you. Or is it perfect timing? Maybe.
I don't know. But
Depends on if he needs his ears to bleed a little so the sinus pressure goes away.
Absolutely yes.
wait, I need my ears to bleed for what?
Hey, yes, we have to say yes every time to something like that. You know, just saying.
Fox Doggo, come here. I have berry for you.
He said it depends if you need your ears to bleed to clear out your sinuses or something like that.
Well, I don't have sinus problems.
I say go ahead, Multi.
See, my cure works. He doesn't have sinus problems.
Yep, see, there you go.
Busy chasing this lizard doggo, trying to give it berries and eating them myself by accident.
Well, I'm coming. I had to restart Steam.
Ah!
It was open. Like, my Steam was open anyway, but it was non-responsive, so I had to restart it. Anyway, my computer, not my computer though, just Steam.
Yeah, my Satisfactory didn't want to load multiplayer for some reason, so it took a few buttons to get it to go, but now it's firing.
Oh, goodness.
That's good.
Timing worked out well. I actually finished mowing the yard like 5 minutes ago.
Oh,
At least
perfect.
as much of the yard as I could mow without being completely exhausted, so...
Well, good timing.
Yeah.
I'm busy showing the new expansion that I built that made the fuses blow on the power grid. As I
Wait,
overloaded
Multi.
it.
I heard that you caused all kinds of problems after I left last time.
Well, you know, I think I'm supposed to play the fifth here.
I've heard the story like twice. I know every single thing that happened.
Well, there was this time when I had to sing, and that was pretty bad.
Oh, is that all?
Yeah,
Well,
definitely
I'm
didn't
pretty
have
sure
anything
that...
to do with a mysterious hole that I had to build the most ugliest creation in the universe. Get you
Oh,
out
you
of.
mean the coder hole? Yeah, yeah. It's like the Hawking hole, but I fell in it.
So Up here we have a ton of assemblers that are all making the alternative reinforced plate recipe that uses iron plates and copper wire, opposed to iron plates and screws. It's an efficient recipe. Problem is, again, it overloaded everything. So we need to, in order to get the breaker to stay on, I had to disconnect a lot of stuff. And connect this stuff all back.
There we go.
Stuff was on. Still seem to kind of be riding the edge. What the system can take.
Perhaps into a zone,
Holding.
which may or may not contain danger. You know, a danger zone.
Okay. So as I recall, Multi, you were saying that you were going to work on setting up a separate base to do supercomputers?
Yep. I don't know why, but it seems to be my thing. Every time I end up playing with somebody, I end up building a supercomputer base. This will be the second time now, so.
You know, I like the initializing lists. Blaming Simon, avoiding relatives, living on the edge, spawning aliens, entering the future, cleaning toilet, compensating for spatial temporal drift, applying duct tape.
We already
Duct
have
tape's
4
important.
people. We have 4 people watching. This is abnormally quick. Hi everybody, how's it going? We usually don't hit this until after the 5-hour mark.
I think it just depends on the week there.
They
Well,
came
maybe.
to find out what terrible singing is.
Well, see, some weeks, some of my brothers that like to watch it are playing card games with family.
That's true.
So it depends on the week.
And I did let them know that I have given in to the horrible family addiction
Satisfactory.
of Satisfactory, yes.
Okay, that's what's better than my first thought, so I'll just go with that.
You know, you always take this in some weird direction, Multi. But, you know, it's also partially your fault that my head goes that direction sometimes. Now, I'm driving Gary Gecko up the wall. Driving Gecko completely up the wall. You know. But I am unashamed. I do not care.
Yeah, you're perfectly on time, Delta number 2. Don't worry. It's absolutely fine. I prefer having more
Just
people
started.
early in the stream, just because I tend to feel everyone's just like, oh man, that stream was so bad. I'm like, this stream was so wonderful. Oh man, this was absolutely hilarious. I'm like, I'm terribly sorry that you showed up for the part where we didn't speak in coherent sentences to each other anymore.
There's a lot of teasing that goes on, yes.
This one time at Satisfactory Camp.
So, who wants a bolt to their head? I mean, the help today.
Feel like a Frankenstein. Da, 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 da.
Because, I meant because I'm holding a thing that shoots bolts, you know.
Oh, okay. You know.
But yeah, if you want to go that route, sure. Do you want to be Frankenstein? I can help you make that dream come true.
Wait,
Get off my
honey, where
lawn,
are
you damn
you?
villagers.
Huh?
Where are you? I can't find you.
I'm by the hub. Running in
Lady, I
circles.
think he needs you to help echolocate him with a bolt through the head.
Yeah, that sounds great. Here, be still and I'll show you where I'm at. Right now.
Hi, I found you.
Love, true love.
Okay.
Love, shot rebar.
Okay, I got it. I should have seen that one coming.
Love, true love.
Oh, I didn't see that one
Loves a
coming. I
rebar
do not
time.
know. I thought you genuinely wanted to know where I was.
All right, so we need to. We need some rubber. We need, what are those? Heavy modular frames, and then
Here, I have some parts for you. Where are you?
I'm worried now.
And why would you be worried?
No
This
reason.
one time at rebar camp.
Really? So if it's no reason, then there's no reason why you can't come to me so I can give you these parts that I have.
Okay, I'm over by the hub.
Oh,
Yes, I'm at the over at the awesome shop area. I see you with that chainsaw.
I see you with a gun in your hand.
Yes, yes. We stand at a mutual. Oh, no, you don't.
Oh, hey!
I saw you pull that rebar gun out. We got each other.
You know, waste all of each other.
Okay, so the things we need.
Okay.
Um. Let's see, circuit boards. We need circuit boards. We need cable, which we have plenty of. Plastics, which we have plenty of, and screws, which we have tons of. It
By the
needs
way, you 100% deserve that.
It's for 100 computers, and then we need.
I can see the
actually,
list.
we see the.
The list is up for everybody. I can see it.
We
don't have to
have
tell me.
everything that we need, other than that we need to make some heavy modular frames in order to make a manufacturer so we can start making the computers and the other heavy modular frames.
So what do those take? The rods, I'm guessing, or the frames. Is it the frames, I'm guessing?
It's frames,
Frames
it's
and what?
steel pipe, it's
Oh.
encased concrete,
Oh, that's
and
interesting.
screws.
Oh, it's 4 ingredients. It's 4 ingredients?
Yes,
Oh, what do we need to make that?
manufacturers.
Oh, okay, that's new.
Yeah, but in order to make manufacturers, we need these heavy
Okay.
modular frames, and I think we also need motors.
Oh, manufacture. Okay, cool.
And the thing is huge.
I see that.
That's what
So-
you said.
Oh, multi. Really, no.
I was talking about factories. I don't know what was going through your mind.
Exactly the same thing that was going through yours.
I like big factories.
Yes, that's it. You can play this game. Multi.
Meow. I think there's 3 of us playing this game. We want to get technical, but you know.
Yeah, but Genko's not gonna join this that much.
I try and keep a mature look on things.
Mature? What's that?
It's not entirely successful every time, but I like to pretend I am.
What's mature? What's that?
It's
not
it's,
you.
This is new
it's
con-
a
this is new
frog
concept.
versus a tadpole.
This is a new concept.
I'm aware it is.
Really?
Yes, I am aware you have never heard the concept of maturity before. And, I'm trying to find a tutor to teach it to you, but the only volunteer I think is more of the what not to do type of teaching.
Hey, that's a lesson, right? Perhaps the wrong lesson, but I don't think that's the point. Okay. Wait.
Okay.
Got a little dog too? I'm sure I'm getting rebarred for that later.
Where is your little dog?
What did I just hear you not say?
He said, hey, where's your little dog?
Oh,
And your little dog too. And then I said I was gonna get rebarred for that later.
all right. Yeah, so as it turns out, making these tubes.
Little dog.
Oh,
Terrible, terrible tube. Terrible timing to get sucked. I was running past a hyper tube, and I just get sucked into it backwards.
don't you know that's good luck?
That's
I don't know if I've ever heard that before.
I want to say it.
Behavior. You're laughing so loud, Discord keeps cutting you off, by the way.
Sounds like it sucks.
So you know that thing about maturity I was mentioning earlier?
Hey, that's really
Yeah.
mild.
I'm
That's
very
wild.
foreign to this concept.
You see, I'm not the only one.
Alright, so do you need a project, lady?
What project was that?
Okay, your project is to get a couple extra power plants going so that we don't worry about this whole thing having to have to worry about this whole thing randomly shutting down on us.
Okay, power plants. Yes.
I almost feel like you're just trying to perturb me for some reason with how you said that.
I like me some power.
Yes, I know you're very power hungry. We've known that about you for a long time.
Oh, really?
Yes.
What about me would ever give you that idea, my dear?
It's just a feeling. We'll call it male intuition.
I make a pill for that.
What, male intuition?
I don't know.
A pill for male intuition, or huh?
This is his favorite excuse. Why don't you know that? Male intuition.
That's my way of being nice and saying you're not having to tell her she's as predictable as the sunrise.
Predictable. Are you trying to say you're not?
I strive for that.
Strive predictability.
Strive for predictability.
You connected this pipe wrong. I will have to fix.
What pipe wrong?
The last pipe you connected and you did it wrong, so I'm going to fix it.
Yay! Time for deforestation.
Okay. You did not make it stackable. So I will fix it myself. Oh, wrong thing. Support.
Alright. Everything for the manufacturer other than stick. Guess I'm running out to the field to get...
Well, you can start forest fires.
Awesome.
Okay. Okay. There.
Shade. Shade. We don't need no stinking shade. Chainsaw.
I feel like you're making a reference to something, but I'm terrified to think of what.
Hmm.
I don't know either.
Well, they used to do all these like Smokey the Bear things, like only you can prevent forest fires.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
you're familiar with the ASVAB, right? You know, just a little bit, right?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Okay. Well, where I got my edumacation when I was growing up, which is, there's a reason why I stress the word edumacation. People scored 3 on English for the ASVAB, so they put up all the don't do drugs things and the Smokey the Bear things, and the response of the extremely intelligent people that I was uh, having to deal with during that time period was to take the Smokey the Bear poster and change it to only you can start forest fires.
Oh.
And every pencil that said don't do drugs got sharpened down to do drugs and then left lying around. I think in the future they actually fixed that by changing how the wording was on it. But yeah, lovely folks.
It sounds like it. Gosh,
So-
I've looked at the other 2 things that we need for the space elevator, and I am despairing.
You and your wiring. Seriously, you pulled off the last cable of this one pole that was sort of at the end, and prevented me from being able to stack it. So I'm going to have to take out that cable and redo it. Okay.
He's just showing how much he loves you.
Yes, it's the one
I'm
that
giving you a project, hush.
Yes, the project of fixing what you did wrong over here.
I just didn't do
It
it.
still only counts
Your
as
version
one.
is perfect.
Well, no, it was so that without fixing it, I couldn't stack any more machines, basically.
Yeah,
Oh.
it still only counts as one.
So I had to fix it, or I wouldn't be able to add anything.
Aw, you should know that reference.
I had a system. Was all. Okay. They're connected. Let me check them. Okay. It's producing. It has plenty of water too. Cool.
Oh!
And this one. Yep, they're running.
I very nearly went plummeting to my doom.
So we're
Only nearly.
Need to pick up your man-child back soon? Alright, we'll see you, see you when you get back, Delta.
all right. See you later.
Man-child, that's a new one.
Yep.
Okay. I will say though, that it says, okay, consumption is around 1,000. It fluctuates, but that's about the average.
Yeah.
Productions is maxing currently at about 1,200 on average. I will say though, it says max consumption is 1,900. However, that's not what we're consuming on average. So
Well, I think the max consumption is what we can consume with the batteries.
yeah.
Play.
Anyway,
The capacity is at 1,200.
Yeah. Anyway, we're okay for the moment. At least. We don't really have a whole lot of extra room to add machines though. Some probably, but not by a massive amount.
That was one of the things I was wanting to discuss with you.
Well, I know this is after I added 2 more machines. Is what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah.
This is after I added 2 more coal generators.
Yes. That was the thing I was wanting to discuss with you.
Yep.
We should be able to get the computers and the modular frames so we can finish up this milestone, which will unlock the fuel power plants.
Yes, I know. The thing you said you wanted to discuss originally was adding plants, adding a couple more generators. However, I've already added them.
Then the next plan I was going to do, or the next thing I was going to discuss, how would you want to go about redoing this assembler floor? Because one of the things that we do have quite a bit happening up here with are the reinforced plates, which I
Mm-hmm.
now have being made at a remote base. Trucking in.
I'm coming. Okay, it's assembler floor. So one of the upper floors that has
Yeah,
assemblers on it.
second from the top. Top floor is the steel floor. Assembler's second from the...
Yeah, give me a second. Okay. Okay. What? Why? Oh dear. That thing. It looks like a tractor.
This is a manufacturer, and yes, it does look like a
But if you
track.
look from,
It
like,
looks like
if you
some...
look from over here, it looks like one of those combines.
Yes, it does.
Looks like a combine
Looks like-
tractor from over here.
It does.
Man, that thing's massive. Okay, what are you wanting to know?
So all these assemblers in this line here, they're all making reinforced plates.
Oh, so you're saying that we
So-
don't necessarily need these anymore?
We don't.
is what you're
Yeah,
saying.
we don't necessarily need these. We can take these down, or change them over to making something else.
Well,
And
I would say probably we could do some of the other parts that we're needing more of like frames or one of the other kind of things along those lines.
I was thinking motors.
Rotors work too.
Well, rotors, stators, and motors.
Okay.
'Cause we're gonna
Because
start-
we have some of those being made. We already have some being made. So these right here are the rotors over here. So these three machines these three over here are making assemblers, are making rotors. Right here.
Hey, one of those birds.
Do you know where, do you see where I am? I can't see you.
I'm over at the manufacturer right now, refilling it.
Okay, so right here, all three of these are making rotors. We already have rotors.
Yes, but we need to make motors.
No, I know that, but you said to. I know, but then you added on rotors and stators. I'm telling you, rotors are already being made.
We have some, but we're going to need a ton of these. The each manufacturer requires 6 motors. Each refinery requires 10. Oil extractors require 15 each. So
I know, but
it's...
this belt is extremely saturated.
Yes.
See.
Yes, but
So I would start. What I'm trying to say is, I would start by making machines that do some of the other parts, not the rotors, leading to making the. Is that an ingredient for the motors? Production.
rotors and stators are needed for motors.
So I would let's check on the stator production first, because rotors we have enough to get going on, at least for now.
I think stators were upstairs.
I don't know, but I'm gonna use one of these reinforced plate. Well, that's a frame machine. Never mind. Wrong machine. I'm gonna check one of these reinforced plate making.
Oh, I have motors being... That's right, I have motors being made over here. I forgot. Here at the end of the line.
I knew y'all had a rotor motor factory somewhere.
Yeah, rotors and stators. Yeah, I got some making somewhere because we need them, or at least or one of us did. I can't
We
remember
had
now.
stators making upstairs, and then I routed some stators down
Yeah.
and got motors making at the end of... It was what I was working on when I had to go rescue Multi from falling down a hole.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
Well, it wouldn't have
Anyway,
been
if you
quite
want
so
to change
frustrating.
up the lineup, if you need to change up the lineup a little, it's fine. Just remember that right now, that is what's feeding this frame making right here. So make sure everything's connected somewhere to pulling that, as long as we want to keep these frames making. Because these reinforced plate assemblers are leading to, or these assemblers that are making modular frames.
Yeah, but if I'm bringing in the plates from the reinforced plates from the far base, we won't need any of those.
Then you need to make sure that those are feeding into this
Yes.
first,
Yes,
so
I know.
that the production continues. So connect that first before assembling this. Is what I'm trying to say.
The heavy modular frames are already a pain. Just feed manually.
Okay, so do we have these encased industrial beams being made somewhere?
Yes,
There's
the
a
concrete
little bit.
encased beams, I have them, it's just a one thing set up, and it's up on the steel floor here.
Okay.
Just, it's this assembler right here, kind of in the middle of all this.
Yeah.
Oh no, I have two. I have two assemblers.
This is why I like having everything feed to like a tall belt bus, so we can pull everything off of it from one side to the other. This is making adding machines like that one more complicated.
Well, again, this is temporary.
What part's temporary?
This encased beams thing. I just have it going straight into this container.
I know. I was thinking of where to stick it to have everything being able to feed into it automatically. And I'm just saying that the fact that we haven't done a single long belt bus is making this just a tiny bit more complicated.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Hey,
Well,
I guess there's a project you could do. You know, a long belt bus.
Yeah, no, I haven't done it because Gecko was not ready for that yet.
Uh-oh.
yeah, she's gonna beat me with her long belt bus. I'm afraid of it.
Yes, I was ready to do that ages ago, but Gecko did not want to do it, so I have not done it.
Well, you know, not everybody's into the same kink, so.
He likes making things complicated.
Strange kink, but not the worst I've heard.
If now, multi.
Hey, what? I have no idea what you're
That
talking
reaction was made so much.
You keep it up, I'm gonna come chase you down.
about. It might take you some effort. I think it'll be funny to watch.
Uh-huh.
The thing that made her outburst of outrage so much worse is on my end, Discord cut out about 78% of what she was saying. It's like it's deciding it's just not gonna behave itself.
See,
Okay,
I
which
was just
direction-
following Discord's example.
Okay, which direction are all outputs going? Are all outputs going the same general direction or not? Let's see. I think so, roughly. Okay, so assuming all outputs are going roughly in the same direction, then we could add on to one of the floors to the west and put it over there so that we can have pull out from all the outputs on the west end going into that machine.
That would be useful, because
This is why
This is
why I'm trying to keep all outputs roughly going the same direction, is for this exact reason.
yeah.
Meow.
I'd probably do it maybe on the second floor rather than the top floor, going off of that floor, just because we're gonna have to pull things from both directions probably. What are all the ingredients again?
The ingredients for the heavy modular frames that I'm currently working on is modular frames, which is on the assembler floor, steel pipe, which is from the floor above, encased industrial beams, which comes from the
above.
floor above, and then screws, which comes from this floor.
Here's what's come from the floor below.
No, yeah,
Below the
yeah,
assembler
screws
floor.
do come from the floor below.
Okay. Let's see. Let me think about it a second.
Oh, I also found and rescued a hard drive. And then I started that researching before the stream.
I mean,
It
I
should
guess
be
we
done
can do it
now.
off of the top floor, technically. Come up there. Let me see.
Oh, I found it! I found it!
Found
The
what?
A
lost
hard
video
drive that
gold?
has the alternate screw recipe where you go straight from ingots to screws.
Oh. Cool.
Nice.
I am taking that.
You don't sound excited about that at all.
I am distracted. He's been talking about this for ages, so.
I have been wanting that hard drive forever.
Nah.
So it's not new to me.
Cutting down the forest, cutting down the forest. Too much shade.
Okay.
My only regret is I have but one forest to cut down. That it won't grow back, basically.
Okay. Eh. Okay, I do not nearly have the right ingredients to put down a manufacturer. Okay.
Yeah, and it takes a second to collect everything. I wouldn't know why, though.
I feel like that was sarcastic, but not at the same time. I don't understand. What if I stole them out of your machine you have making them?
That would be very nice of you.
Unnice of me, huh? What if I contributed to the ingredients while I'm at it?
Contributed to the what?
Mediocre? I
Added
don't know.
some ingredients. I have some.
It depends on what ingredients you're putting in versus the ones you're taking out.
In case industrial beams, steel pipes and screws, and taking out 10 heavy modular frames.
Okay, well that's acceptable. Need the heavy frames to make the manufacture.
Exactly. Hey, you think I can bag some plastic off of you?
Yeah,
No.
come on down to where the screws are being made. I just about left some very low-hanging fruit to be taken in the wrong direction. I stop myself.
Yeah, you're making it really hard over here to be nice, to be good.
Reset on the timer. Hello, it's me, your plastic man. I can't figure out why this stream is our favorite one for all of our audiences. I just can't fathom.
I have no idea. Okay, motors are rotors and stators, you said.
Yes.
Oh wait, you said we have motors. You said we have motors making somewhere?
Yeah,
Where's that? Second to top or top? Floor.
looking.
Hey, I
I
found a
think it's
rock.
the third. I think it's the assembly floor.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's the assembly. The level I'm on doesn't have. I'm the one below the assembly.
Where did you put it? Oh, over here, where it's very out of line of everything else. Okay, got it. Oh, there's a bunch of motors over here.
Yeah, it's just been making them.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I couldn't do that. Just for the record, lady, I'm very much a fan of this Xenobasher.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure you are.
Yeah.
Stun Rebar
Unfortunately,
Xenobasher is the best combo for those big for those big enemies.
They really
Yeah,
are.
those dang spiders last time were crazy. Without your help, that wasn't going to go anywhere.
Oh, so this is what you use to make the modular engines and adaptive control units that we need for the elevator.
Yes, and it's another thing of just
Motors, rubber, smart plating,
I look at the
modular
length
engines.
of I look at the list of ingredients required for them, and I just despair. We're gonna need to spend a lot on just making sure that the power is up to the task.
Okay. So first aid.
Sure, Victoria. 10 points on realism.
2, 3.
Just made a power line through a giant block of stone.
I mean, that's just typical. Isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Do that in Resident Evil all the time.
I thought the main focus there was people eating your brains, but I could be wrong.
Well, that's just the fighting part of it, but you also have all the really obtuse and obnoxious puzzles.
Oh, yeah, I got you. The one thing that makes the game playable, got it. Actually, I enjoyed one of the later ones, but
4 was the only good one. And I don't mean the new 4, I mean the old 4. You know, shots fired and all.
hungry. The one I played I got really into was the one that had the ridiculously hard motorcycle fight scene in it.
That would be 5. Was apparently the only good to lesser humans. Sad about. Only humans that could only humans that could punch rocks could understand.
I mean, it was funner once you finished it once because you got to pick one thing with like unlimited ammo. So of course the rocket launcher was selected.
Oh, of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then it got really fun because you go back through and kill everything that just didn't want to be cooperative the first time you played.
Yeah.
And I mean quite mercilessly, just for the record. We actually managed to kill the boss in the first area. Like, you're not supposed to be able to kill him, you're supposed to run, but it turns out with infinite rocket launcher ammo, that kind of works out better.
Yeah.
Wait, why is this on wearing?
And the really interesting thing is how those games do have that scenario like properly anticipated.
Yeah, they actually put some effort in developing it to where it's expected that at some point you're going to do that.
Oh, stators are right here. Okay, stators are right here.
There we go.
Alright.
Alright, got my first power plant up. It's slowly coming together over here, but it's not going to be a 5-minute process.
It rarely is.
Did I ever tell you about that time I joined a game in Factorio that was trying to get like the speed achievements?
Oh.
So the players that were on there were much faster than me. And so within like 30 minutes the rocket was built.
Sheesh.
And the players were chewing each other up because somebody had gotten in the way of the train tech to make the train within a certain time. So they were getting pretty belligerent with each other.
Oh, wow.
They still got
Yeah.
both achievements, but they just weren't pleased with each other.
Yeah, the achievement that my brothers-in-law were going for at one point that I don't know if they ever actually achieved it, but they were going for like what's it called? Like the Lazy Man's achievement or something like
Yep.
that? Where
I
you're going through the game and you craft less than 100 items by hand.
I actually had it down to where you didn't have to craft anything by hand, and then I didn't pay attention and did it by accident. I actually had all the prerequisites done. All I had to do was wait for the factory to do its builds, you know?
Yeah.
I had the numbers. I got it down to where I had like 7 left or 12 left or whatever it was.
That's not it.
The
You
trick is
wound up
not doing the first part. The trick is not accidentally crafting something the rest of the game.
Yeah. And that can get to be quite tricky.
Yeah, it really was.
Do you have a heavy modular frame thing going up here, lady?
Hmm?
Have a
No,
manufacturer?
I mean I have a machine place if that's what you're asking.
Okay, it's not.
But that's it.
Okay.
Well, it's gonna take me a bit to route everything.
Well, no, I was just wondering because the screws suddenly started moving really, really fast. Wondering what was
I don't know.
probably just modular.
Okay, probably.
Chainsaw.
Okay, what's
Chainsaw
going where?
time.
Oh, there's a case of industrial beams. You just have one single machine making encased industrial. Oh no, it's two.
It's two.
Oh.
Okay.
Set side by side.
My favorite.
So do I just pull from the container or avoid that?
Pull from the container. Or
Take back.
no, yeah, you can pull from the container.
Not really. You don't have it positioned in such a way that makes it easy to do anything else. Essentially.
Well, the plan was you just collect them in your inventory, and yeah, we do everything that
I didn't
way.
know we were gonna have to automate it later.
No, I did know we were going to have to automate it later, but I was planning to have it automated somewhere else.
Oh. Okay.
Say my favorite random crazy joke ever out of like The Simpsons. Is y'all know who Lisa is in the series?
Yeah.
There's an episode where she turns evil. And in the background of her room, she's got this poster that says "Nuke the whales." It's an actual picture of like whales being flown out of the ocean by somebody dropping a nuke on them. It's one of those things that if I ever build an office space and actually have an office space, I will get one of those printed up and put in my office. And I'll leave it in the background too, so at some point when they call me into some meeting that I didn't really want to be a part of anyways, I'll make sure that's in the background. Just as a conversation starter. I don't know.
Just running in circles right now. I don't even know what I'm trying to... I'm falling to my death now. And I lived.
Max consumption.
Well, would you like to fetch me some extra reinforced plates, or the alternative? Wait, what's the alternative for the other belts? Is that just still beams? I'm trying to remember.
What do you mean reinforce?
Belts. I'm thinking of the
Oh,
belts.
the belts. It's just steel beams.
Okay, there's a crate of them, so I'll just use some of those. Okay. Now, you sure you want me to use that for pulling steel pipes over here? Okay, well, I guess that's what I'm doing.
Iron plates.
Okay.
Scenery out in the middle of there actually is quite lovely.
Guess I'll take it.
Okay.
I don't know what's wrong with my brain, but I'm only processing about a third of the words I hear anymore.
Okay.
How you
Screws
today?
and springs. Okay.
I think it's just the ridiculously early start time.
Ah, one of those.
Yeah.
I'm very glad I have a 3-day weekend.
Yeah, I sadly don't quite have a 3-day week.
He has a 2.5-day weekend.
Yeah.
Well, as long as you get to spend it with your rebar loving significant other, you should be good, right?
Speaking of, hey honey, where are you?
What? It depends on what you need, dear.
It.
Then I am not telling you.
I think you might be suffering from an iron deficiency.
Oh, really now? Uh-huh. Then I'm really not telling you where I am. You are so funny. I see you think you're absolutely hilarious.
Why, thank you.
Uh-huh. Commenting that you think you are so funny.
I'm glad you think so.
That you think your own self is funny?
You think I'm funny?
No, I said that you. That's not what I said. I said that you think you are suffer. I think you think yourself is funny.
You think
is what
I'm
I said.
selfish? I mean, I can't deny that too.
You are so annoying sometimes.
Hi, annoying. How are you?
Trying to think somebody else has their deficiency rather than me.
Maybe. Maybe not.
What, you're saying that Gary maybe or maybe not has an iron deficiency?
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's just that time of the lunar cycle.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I don't know where you're going with that.
I like the moon. That's exactly where I'm going with that. Moon looks
Uh-huh.
cool.
For who exactly? Me or Gary Gecko? Hmm?
What?
You said it's about the time of lunar cycle, so I said for who?
Oh, definitely, the mean
I said
gecko.
for me or Gecko. Oh yes, yes, I absolutely agree there.
Uh-huh. I get the feeling that there's implications happening here that my monkey brain is not parsing right now.
I'm thinking so. I think it's more funny for you to just try to figure it out.
I
Delta
think it just has
says,
to deal with the fact that
guys, listen.
because the moon's closer.
Guys,
iron just
listen,
gets
listen
sucked
to
out of our
this. Listen to
bodies.
this. Listen to this. Delta 2 in chat says, Strummer Man gonna get stabbed in his sleep tonight. These conversations are just so par for the course at this point. No, it just means I'll be camping, that's all.
Oh, because you think you'll be allowed to camp?
Well, I mean, that's what we call sleeping on the couch, so, you know.
So, since the stream is marked mature, does that mean I'm allowed to make adult jokes?
No.
No.
Okay. Thought I'd ask first. You know, got a really funny adult joke, but it's an adult joke, so you know.
Our son has a tendency to watch these, so please don't.
Oh, yeah. Let's not make that joke then.
Okay, let's see.
Our redoundingly hilarious Stardew Valley stream still remains on my channel, not listed.
This is true.
Oh, I can clean the joke up and slightly get away with it. I just realized that.
Please don't. She doesn't need any more bad examples.
Oh, but Gecko!
Point in case.
Do you know the difference between camping and pregnancy?
What's that?
Why don't you two go together and find out?
Ah!
Yeah, been there, done that.
That's actually a much cleaner version of the joke, so I thought I'd go with that. Still got a laugh, so I guess it's okay. Oh, I've got some clean jokes. I just realized that. I'm not used to this stop in my brain.
That's concerning.
Have you heard the one about the atheist and the bear?
No.
Okay. So, there's an atheist going through the woods. He's looking around. He's happened to be a guy that likes nature, you know. And he's trudged around the woods a little while, and he sees this stream, you know, and he goes over to the stream. He's looking around. Oh, this is wonderful. I love the nature. It's just beautiful out here. And so he leans over at the spring, gets a little water, you know. About the time he's got his fill of water, he hears a rustling in the bushes. Next thing you know, a bear comes out of the bushes. Of course, he starts running, taking off, you know. As anybody would, you know, first instinct would be when a bear pops out of the bushes at you, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he's running and running around trying to get away from this bear, you know. Bear rams into him, knocks him over, gets his giant claw ready to maul him to death, you know. And the atheist says out loud, "Oh my God." So time freezes. And God's talking to the atheist and says, "Well, what would you like, my son?" "Well, I suppose to be fair, God, could I ask you a favor?" He's like, "Yeah, you could, but you know, I gotta ask. What makes you think, you know, you've earned that favor? You know, have you spent your entire life telling everybody I don't exist, and you've actually converted a few people that were Christians at one point. You know, why should I help you?" And then, you know, the atheist talks to him and says, "You know, you've got a good point, God, but could you do me one big favor?" God says, "Okay, you know, I'll do that for you. You know, name it."
I think I have heard this one before, but keep going.
And the atheist ponders for a moment and says, "Can you do me a favor and make the bear Christian?" God goes, "Yeah, I can do that." So the bear gets off top of the atheist and then climbs down, you know, brushes his fur off, stands up on two legs, you know. And the guy brushes his shirt off and starts walking away. And about that time, he turns around and sees the bear. The bear's down on his knees and he says, "Thank you, Lord, for this meal I'm about to receive."
And that was his
Just-
free head start.
Yeah, don't get me wrong, it's a joke. I've had good friends that were atheists over the years. But, you know, it's a clean joke, and I find religious jokes are about the only clean jokes I've got, so. I don't have any more exciting jokes if that's
Um,
what you're waiting for.
No,
I just focused on what I'm doing.
I've been seeing lining up things happening up here. Up to take a look.
50% utilization on that one.
I only like one thing.
Those frames.
Hmm So those I was gonna have come up somewhere around here, or on the side, whichever's easier. Depends on where they're being made exactly. I was trying to see from up here.
Being made, I think, kind of in this area here where I'm standing. Okay, yeah, we've got a splitter here that... A hole, okay. I'm gonna run the...
Where are they being made?
I'm gonna run a... If you drop a vertical one down this hole that you have designated,
Okay.
I will bring the frames to that vertical lift.
Bring it down where?
That
This, but right above this hole, there's. Okay, hold on. Let me look. Okay, I need to extend a foundation or something there though.
I fell down. I'm running back over.
Okay, let's just.
Oh, that's the fall of the world hole. Glad I didn't go any farther that way.
Ah, yes.
I don't lose all my cool stuff. Not
Again.
to mention, there's not really an easy way to get back here yet. So
Okay, does that spot work?
Yes, that works.
Okay.
see what that gives me production wise.
Alright, well, just connect that, and we're all good. And we are a go for these things.
Yeah, I found the light button. I forgot where
A
was
bit
that.
of a clipping on that splitter. Alright, there we go. Frames are feeding in.
Alright, for now, I'm gonna have them going into a container.
That
We
works.
can move it around later as needed.
Gonna need a lot of them, so that works.
Alright, they're going in.
Alright.
And first one is now being made. So we're good.
That's what she said.
That is what I said.
I try not to participate in these jokes. I do try. But you too.
Yes, us too.
Right. It's just us. There's no one else involved in the joke process at all. Dry eyes, clear eyes.
Alright, well that is
Alright.
all set and going. That one's done.
Oh, that's great. I don't have enough materials to make what I need. Of course.
So I do say when I say okay, this is what I'm gonna say right now. I think going forward, we can do more of these manufacturers going in a row this way, and anything else, other gradients you want to add to the same belt bus. This is going to be the belt bus for the most manufacturers.
Okay.
So in the future, anything else you want to add to the same stack.
All right.
Get out of the bushes, piggy. I
This
want
is
some
gonna-
pork chops.
This is gonna be our best bet, honestly.
Hey, there's nothing like alien pork chops. Stand still.
Oh, I need regular iron plates
There we go.
for platforms. Okay.
Aw. That's not fair. Oh, there it is. Okay. Thought my pork chops glitched out of the world for a second there.
You just eating raw hog remains?
If it would let me. I mean, I can't eat glass sandwiches here, so I guess I have to find the nearest cliff.
He's
where
the
I
one
can-
that'll eat anything.
I mean, I know that.
So why are you surprised?
I'm not.
I
Just-
mean, you know,
I didn't know that was a thing the game let you do.
I don't think so.
Well,
I
like, you know,
could
example
try.
of something that he'd be willing to eat, you know, there's this Minecraft mod pack that adds something called mystery meat.
Huh?
Any guess as to where that comes from?
Well, I'm already aware.
The player gets it after they die.
It's long pig. Got it.
Ah! Oh no, I fell down. Okay, I'm good.
I.
I fell down 2 floors, but I'm good.
It is terrifying, the fall in this game.
I know.
Alright, I now have the first sets of machines. And screws straight out of iron ingots. Connected to a line. That has now dropped power draw down a good bit. And potentially even boosted the screws.
Oh. Yeah, I have what I need for that. I grabbed just a little bit of miscellaneous stuff on the way out of the base, and it's turned out to be just enough to make things a fair bit easier to build over here.
Alright.
Right. Oh great, I restocked on plates and now I'm out of concrete. Okay. Coming back again.
Do I have... I don't have a whole lot of concrete to give.
If you're not close, then don't suggest. Cause I'm already like halfway there. I'm good.
Got some of the old machines finishing up their supplies of iron rods. And everything will be hooked back up onto the main line again.
Welcome to the machine. It's stuck in my head now. Thank you.
You're welcome?
It's actually a good song, so I can live with that. Welcome, my son. Welcome to the machine. Oh, I wouldn't recommend trying it, but I can say listening to Pink Floyd while experiencing lead poisoning is quite an interesting experience.
That doesn't sound very good as someone who's gone through fume poisoning.
Long
Yeah.
story short, I was in England for a time, as you may or may not be aware of, Gecko, right?
Oh yeah, he totally doesn't have any idea about that.
Yeah.
No, I Yeah, tell me what it's like in the land of the UFO. I mean, this place where the sun never shines.
Oh, you mean the place where it rains every day for no apparent reason?
Yeah. And the locals see this thing that everyone else knows is the sun, but they only know it as a UFO, and everyone has to run for cover whenever it shows its face. At least one person got their funny bone tickled on that one.
All right. I forgot what else I was saying now.
Something about lead poisoning.
So I went to a Christmas like arts and crafts thing there one year, and I bought a goblet. I didn't realize it was made out of real pewter, which I don't know if you know the difference between like real pewter and modern pewter.
Yeah, pewter is like tin and lead, isn't it?
Old pewter is tin and lead.
Yeah.
Yes. New pewter is like tin and I think zinc.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think
A
I
couple
think
of
that
things.
new stuff is zinc.
Yeah, well, I didn't realize that that was part of the reason why some of those crazy stories in the Middle Ages came about. Is lots of goblets that people drank out of were either made out of wood or pewter. So, it was quite an interesting experience to wake up with mice crawling on me that weren't there.
Eesh. That just does not sound like a good time in any book, in my mind.
It was quite an interesting experience. You know, the first time I just, I didn't realize it was pewter until after, I'd had, alcohol consumed from it several times, which of course the alcohol leaches the
Yeah,
lead
the
out.
alcohol leaches the lead out.
Yeah, yeah. Found that out the hard way.
Tomatoes,
So the first
tomatoes did the
time,
same thing.
huh?
Tomatoes did the
Yeah,
same thing.
yeah, you're entirely correct. That's why people used to think tomatoes are poisonous
Yep.
because they kind of were in context. Not, modern context, but in old school context, they were. But yeah, the first time I just felt kind of groggy and then I turned on Pink Floyd and went to sleep and I had the most vivid dreams you could ever think of.
Yeah.
I need plastic again.
Alright, give me 1 second. I gotta get the production on it turned back on.
Can we handle the production?
Yeah, we can handle the production. The bottleneck isn't the power on it, it's the fact that we still can't get rid of this fuel.
Alright, I'm gonna check the recipes real quick. Well, what all do we need? Ultimately, like, what are we aiming for?
We need the...
Other than the one things, obviously. The oil. What was it for the next thing? Our next call is it those computers or is Multi working
computers.
on those?
Computers.
Multi, are you working on those?
Slowly.
Working on doing, like, supercomputers.
Yeah, I've got 100. I've got 21 regular computers in my pocket. I picked up somewhere around the world. If that helps.
Okay. So do I need to get a machine doing the regular computers?
Yes.
I would say for now, yes. Eventually, I'll take care of those too, but I'm still setting up my power plant over here, so that's gonna be a little bit.
I've got fuel draining. We'll have plastics going again for a bit. Grab what little we have left. Two stacks. That's gonna be enough. Try. Right. Where you at, lady?
Well, we're a bit by the manufacturer.
Okay, up on the steel floor?
Yep.
Alright, I am headed up to the steel floor. Feels like the week's exhaustion is accumulating on me now, or it's like caught up to me.
Oh, you're just now feeling tired? Oh, really?
Figured you couldn't tell.
Oh, you mean the fact that I ended up having to drive today because you were so tired? Or the fact that you were like half asleep, acting like you were half asleep before we left for my mom's house? Oh yeah, I couldn't tell at all.
Yep. I'm subtle like so.
Uh-huh.
Get it. I understand how it might have been conceived. Being like hyperactive or something.
So, one of the ingredients for making computers is plastic. Just so you know.
Yeah, I know, that's a problem.
Another thing it takes is,
Need
you know,
circuit
these
boards.
circuits.
Circuit boards, which also take plastic. So, yeah.
I'm gonna plop one down just so I can see. Okay. What do you... Wait. Oh, that's the wrong machine. That's not what I meant to place down. That's what I meant to put down. Put down a constructor instead of an assembler by accident. Okay. Circuit boards. Yeah, they're copper sheeting and plastic.
Ow. I missed my jump. Alright.
Okay. Okay, is copper... Where's copper sheeting being made?
Copper sheeting is being made down on the bottom.
Oh, very... Oh, right. Meh. Well, do you want to just have those things being made down there, then?
Certainly.
Well, since you have... Don't you have plastic being made over there? By the oil?
Yeah, plastic's being...
So we might as well just stick it down there, then, and have the product being shipped up. Save on space up there, if nothing else. There's definitely way more space down here at the copper floor. Yeah, there's definitely more space down here. Those would be way more viable to get down here. Okay. Assembler.
Something is saying that there's no power.
I don't know.
Oh no. The power just never got hooked back up from this, added the new plank. That's why that wasn't doing it. Alright.
Slowly getting things together over here.
So for the time being, I'm going to shut off the rubber.
Okay.
Should have all the rubber that we need. 6, so...
Uh-oh. Careful, that can lead to pregnancy.
Well.
I know, not really. I'm being a smartass.
Nah.
Something tells me she believes you. Alright, well that joke flew as well as a stone kite.
I'm sorry, I'm focused. You keep wanting me to do things and you're asking me things.
No,
I mean, if you made the kite out
I
of
was
pumice,
expecting him to say something and he didn't.
I mean, if you made the kite out of pumice, I mean, theoretically, you could make it fly.
Yeah, but I said a lead balloon, not a stone kite.
Or you said stone kite, but okay. Although you can make a lead balloon float too, but it's not that easy.
I'm not talking about like Mythbuster science here.
No, you're talking about strange science. I don't know.
Go with it, yeah.
Oh, just
I'll admit I might have actually willingly watched Ancient Aliens once or twice in my life. Almost lost my eyes falling out of my head, they were rolling so hard. But,
Do you mean the historical documentaries that, you know, it's on the History Channel about aliens?
yeah.
yeah, that's the one.
Got so insulted when, lady was in the hospital. We came across we came across a channel. There wasn't a watermark on it or anything. They were talking about like possibilities and the workings of like quantum travel. And so we were like, this is actually pretty interesting. I wonder what this is. And so we decided to sit there and let it watch for a little bit. Then all of a sudden it starts immediately, like, I don't think we'd been watching it for like 4 minutes. And suddenly it just starts going down just the complete and total, like, crazy, I'm a crazy person, please beat me over the head with a book so maybe I can become smarter, like, type arguments. And we were like, wait, what is this? Yeah, it turns out we were, like, somewhere in the middle of, like, a 72-hour marathon of Ancient Aliens. And we were like, well, never mind, I'm not interested in this anymore.
See, right there.
What
That
are
is the
these?
perfect thing to watch when it's time
Is
to
this
give
plastic?
birth. Because you'll be so motivated
Here,
to give
lady.
birth to a child, you'll be out in a day.
Here.
Okay.
To get away from the horrible TV show. You know. It was funnier in my head.
That's how a lot of jokes do tend to land.
And they fall on a sword.
Well, you know, they're usually funniest in your head, and then you say them, and you're just like, I don't think I got that delivery exactly the right level of wrong.
Oh, you
It
mean like
doesn't.
every joke I've ever made? Got it.
I mean, sure. If you're that funny, jokes that often.
Uh, yeah, about that.
Ugh.
Okay.
Feel very frustrated about how constricted I am in what I can do due to the fact that we need to get this milestone so we can start getting rid of some of this fuel.
I mean, if you really want, I've got 21 computers in my pocket. I found her on the map somewhere.
Well, might make the expedition out your way to collect on it.
I'm gonna keep making it to where, yeah, we can make those. If you're going to come out this way, though, I'd really appreciate on like 100 plastic. That'd be awesome.
Well, we don't have that, I'm afraid.
Oh. Hmm.
We have just routed all of our plastic into the circuit board machines. I'm looking for copper sheeting. I can grab some of that and start making more fuel buffers.
There's a whole crate full of it in my base. Just follow the copper line because it's pretty much the only way it goes.
Ow. That hurt so bad.
What did?
I went for a... Well, I went to try and make a jump, and I overshot the jump, and I went for the grappling hook on a line and missed. And I hit the ground with like a quarter box of health left. I think it's safe to say that I can say that that hurt. Without being judged too harshly.
Uh-huh.
Another patch of coil. Set it up. There it is. Impure crude. Oh,
Hey.
going.
Circuit boards set up.
Cool. Now this is the part of the stream where we all just kind of go quiet because we've run out of jokes, we've run out of conversation topics. It's doing technical stuff now, so
Yep.
it's not
I am.
exactly not exactly going to be writing Shakespeare.
Well, that's because you were supposed to come up with topics to talk about.
Yeah, well, tired today.
Well, you see, I'm about to launch myself through a tube onto the top of an unknown cliff, which could result in my demise. So, there you go. I don't know.
Well, we'll send Lady to go rescue you this time.
Oh, so I can shoot him?
I'm pretty sure I'll be a sitting duck if I have any success like last time.
I'm inclined to agree.
I mean, at that point, I would have accepted him throwing Nobilis down the hole and shooting me. As long as I got out of the hole. Even if it wasn't 5 pieces, I was okay with that.
we left the setup there in the event that anyone got stuck down there. Remember.
Yeah, like me.
Did you go back to that same area?
I'm building around that area.
Okay.
It's actually kind of where the base is.
Doing residual plastics right now. I think once we get the full plants up and gonna do like the proper one. Leaves like that heavy oil residue behind.
Efficiency. We
needed
don't
for-
need no stinking efficiency.
That's the things needed for the actual computer cell. And we first one. Send it off for the milestone. Oh, we can make them.
One, two, three.
Are the circuit board, or are you doing the manufacturing line down low
For what?
for the computers?
What do you mean?
Are you manufacturing? Oh, okay, you're taking up. Okay.
I'm confused. What you're asking?
Noticing the circuit boards are going on a vertical conveyor going up. Are they going to something?
I mean, they're getting there. They're not quite there yet. Why?
I was just
working on
asking
that
because I
part.
was about to start grabbing them off and start making computers by hand.
Well, I'm working on the whole automation process, okay? I just finished getting the circuit boards making in the first place. That's what I've been doing this whole time, was getting the circuit boards making.
Yeah, I'm just antsy.
Uh-huh. Well, quit being so antsy. Okay, so computers also take plastic. So why don't you route plastic over here while you're at it?
Alright, I've given all the plastic we have left.
I might need help.
Oh, I meant to a different machine, but okay. We won't hook up. We won't completely hook up the plastic to this machine right now.
So, what do you need help with, Multi?
Our pet spider is back.
Alright. Do you not have your stun rebar?
I don't usually carry stun rebar.
Alright.
Must run. Oh.
Oh no.
Okay.
I got past the
stay
radiation
put.
this time.
Stay put. I'm headed your way. I'm running towards your face on the thing. I can get you back up if you recall. As long as you don't respawn, I can get back up.
That's good. I was trying to make a way to help share computers and make computers at the other base for y'all. But I had to make a bridge to do that, and I kind of went through Giant Spider Land. And they weren't happy to see me.
Okay, circuit boards are hooked up.
Just so you're aware, there's at least 3 giant spiders.
That's fine. I've got rebar. I've got stun rebar. Does plenty of damage.
Okay.
I'm not afraid to use it from distance. Okay, I'm at the lake where you had like the little waterfall thing.
Alright. I mean, I think I'm fairly close to that one bridge across the rocks. Timing just didn't work out in my favor.
That is not what I was supposed to be.
Alright, on my way.
Okay, what's that?
Yeah, I was trying to connect the bases to help get resources to y'all.
What is... Oh, there's another spitter. Okay.
Oh. What? That's not where that's supposed to hook up.
Alright, those plasma spitters dealt with.
Supposed to go to Deadwood.
Oh, big old crater there. I remember seeing that
Yeah,
crater.
Area's full of them.
Okay, this one right here.
Probably not too far away then.
Got another lake over here. Going to skirt the edges. Okay, I have found some stairs going up. Oh. Fell off said stairs. Alright, I am now in the pink trees biome. Am I getting close? That is a giant hog. Oh, there's like 3 of them here. Just keeping them both stunned. Whoa. Oh, Delta, thank you for the 5 gift subs.
Nice.
Thank you.
That is a... You have a good night, too. See you around, man.
Good night.
Live long and prosper. Hey, at least this time I didn't fall down a mystery hole. Thought I saw you and then I realized it was a leaf.
Come on. Alright, that's 2 alpha hogs dead by stun locking them against some trees where they couldn't charge me and they couldn't figure out how to go around the trees.
If you just go south of the stairs on that little red river that's in here, you should see me. If that helps.
Still headed towards your body, although we have Spider Pit and Death to the Coder now blocking.
That's funny, I see Lady on the map, but I don't see... Yeah, that's kind of strange.
It's that bug again. Okay, I'm seeing a blue highlighted
I see
area.
you. I see you. Keep going south. If you go south from where you're at, you'll stomp on my head. Because you're exactly north of me. Okay, now you're a little off to the edge on the north. I see you. You're getting closer, closer, closer. I'm on the other side of the river. Well, whatever the heck that
There
is.
you are.
Thank you. Watch out for the giant. Alright, yeah, I almost had the dang hypertube finished, but it killed me too. Thank you.
Come.
I shall repay your kindness with the hypertube, so this trip won't get me killed every 5 minutes.
I will stay and watch over you. Stay on Overwatch. I don't
Alright,
have
I
any.
just gotta.
Gotta be real. I don't have anything better to do at the base right now. Just waiting.
Right.
You know, we only have 2 machines making cables.
I'm not surprised. We don't use a whole lot.
Yeah, well, guess what? They're ingredient to make computers, so I'm thinking I'm gonna have to add to it.
Right? Ah, I'm stuck. Oh my gosh, these bamboo tree looking things
I
are...
mean, it might be okay for now, but I don't want to add too much right now. But yeah, that's gonna hold back the computer production a little bit. I might have to go and throw some extra
Hey,
in there for
Gecko.
now.
Yeah.
There's something over here if you want it. There's a Mercer sphere.
Is that one of those talking artifacts?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
I mean, you might want to grab it just to make it shut up, but you know.
Well, I have no room in my inventory. So,
Alright, I think I do. I want to give you first dibs.
Well, I have news.
oh,
Computers are automated.
nice.
And here I thought you all went camping again.
Uh-huh.
Somebody shot me
Oh
for
no,
that.
something hit him. What happened? Go look for it.
I deserve that.
We have 3 computers.
I got 21. I'm working my way back with, so...
But it is automated. I will throw some extra cable there to help. There.
Poison plants. I don't want to stick around with that. Uh-oh. Here's that there are... There it is.
Aw, dagnabbit, I'm out of pipe.
Steel pipe?
Yeah,
I have 65.
I'll take it.
I don't know if that'll be enough to finish things, but...
No, but it'll get me out of this mess.
There's a poison zone right below this cliff, just FYI.
Yeah, I noticed, we're a friendly place.
Power slug. Can't get to it without getting poisoned. Can't risk getting poisoned because there's no easy way out.
Well, I'm gonna make a hypertube. Uh-oh.
Doesn't sound good.
There's this thing called a cliff, and I found it.
You dead again?
Yeah.
This is why I chose to accompany you on your way back.
I
Went down right here. You've got some of
Alrighty.
those, like, nutrient inhalers, right?
Yeah, I should have used one.
It's a full heal.
There we go. Yeah, I had like half of our health before I slipped off the cliff. So You can imagine.
Yeah, I
that
only
one
took
well.
like a half bar of health when I fell, so I figured it had to have been like if you were in a really bad
Hey,
spot.
Gecko, check out that island. There's a
Uh,
hard drive in the middle of it.
yeah, I
You're
see
gonna
it.
need your rebar gun though.
I see, but there's also a bunch of hatchers.
I'll help. Gotta do something to pay you back for the whole, you know, me not being so great at staying alive thing.
Can't switch weapons while I'm swimming.
I'm gonna try and shoot him from a distance.
Hey, you got one.
I've unfortunately gotten to be a pretty good shot the hard way. Dying repeatedly.
I got one. The stunnery bar, you one-shot him, I think. Yeah. Oh, nope, not quite.
We both were shooting at the same time. Well, if you don't mind resuscitating me, I'll go over there. And I'll start the hornet's nest.
If you take point, I'll follow behind with my basher at the ready. Might aggro on you, but I can get in there and break the nets.
I'm gonna try and get over to an edge so I can shoot the rest of them so I can then run them all at me. So I'm gonna go off on the side here.
Alright, I'm going in now. That's one of them dead. You've got a construction thing going across the middle here.
Oh,
Alright. Did it.
hey, I found
Oh,
9 more
hey.
computers over here for you guys. Actually, 18.
It's just open.
Yeah.
Alright, free hard drive. I'll take it.
Alright, here. I got a gift for you to take back to your significant other.
Alright. One sec. 39 hard drives. That's good.
Yeah, I mean, 39 computers isn't bad, but 39 hard drives is
39
better.
computers. Oh, yeah, computers. They look like
I've
the
been
hard
collecting them
drives.
up around the map everywhere I went. I can't manufacturing them yet, but I can find them. Guess that counts for something.
Alright, do you think you can make it back to the base with the hyper tube? At least.
Yeah, I can go from here. I don't have enough materials, but
Alright, I'm gonna ferry these computers to the hub. Then I'm going to turn around, bring some more pipes out to you.
I think I'm missing most of the materials, so I was gonna head over to the base
Oh, okay.
and grab some. Let me check and see what I'm missing. I'm missing 300 copper, the copper roll, whatever it's called, and 500 of the steel tubes. And
Okay.
you're gonna laugh at this one.
Plates?
30 concrete.
Oh, that is a big cliff. A big cliff. That would be very silly of me to... Heading towards someone's crate. Some sort of... poison.
Breaking news from Earth. Widespread chaos and mayhem. World President urges all citizens to do their part and harvest alien artifacts.
So there's a lake down here. Do lakes soak up drops from immense height?
Yeah, I can make it back to the main base from here, so you're good. Everything that wants to kill me is on the other side of that, so.
That's good.
Yeah, that's kind of why
I'm
I wanted to make sure
jumping!
hypertubes through there.
Hey!
Did you die?
I didn't.
Cool, I think. I mean, that's cool, you survived.
I have very happily made it
Ow!
into the water.
Go away, piggy.
Just read it a bedtime story with your basher, I'm sure.
Perhaps it became a pork sandwich. I know that you saw the space hog. Oh no, that's not water. I didn't die. That was luck.
Well, being full health will help you tank quite a few hits. Even from fall damage. I'm looking at a disaster area of two hyper tubes and conveyor belts. This must be the multi-coder base.
Wonder what gave that away.
I don't know, probably the disaster area consisting of hyper tubes and conveyor belts.
Well, I mean, you know. I appreciate the compliment.
Quite welcome.
I think I see what you mean about that dive in the water. I'm going to be doing the same thing in a moment.
Well, I have confirmed you live, so...
I'll have to make sure I don't hit that rock at the bottom then.
I cannot guarantee you will live if,
I actually almost hit a rock.
you hit rocks.
Well, the computers are technically able to make, but the holdup is definitely plastic.
Yeah.
I think I'm glitched.
But we were able to make 8 before it ran out, because it takes 18 plastic per recipe.
That's a lot of plastic.
Yep, I know. It is. It absolutely is.
Right, got the new hard drive scanning. Alright.
Oh, I'm swimming over a waterfall. Really? Water was so shallow it took fall damage at the bottom of a waterfall?
Okay, waterfalls don't count as water, got it. Water
No,
would
we're supposed
cushion the
to
fall.
kind of count. Do, 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 do. Oh, don't jump in the hypertube to the computer base with 1/2 of a heart of health. You won't make it the trip.
Why is that? Exactly?
I made it an exciting trip.
I see.
Mayhap there's some things that I had to route through that may or may not be toxic.
You still take poison damage when you're in the pipes?
Well, you take radiation damage. I mean, you know. At least I think you do. I'm gonna find out here in a little bit. All right, I got the parts. I'm at my house. I got the parts, and I'll go back to working on the other base here in a moment. I just needed the hypertube in case I needed plastic or needed to deliver computers. So, not to mention, it makes it a little hard to get resources to y'all without any way to get back and forth. So, you know, might be a little bit of a problem, you know.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how I can beef up plastic production. Guess we're gonna have to reroute the.
I mean, you could route it into more fuel storage for the moment.
Got so much fuel storage piling up around, running out of anything else to put.
I'm trying
Running out
pretty
of.
hard to get the computers sorted out, but at the moment, all I can do is salvage them.
Yeah, no, no worries. I'm not upset with anybody yet. But
I'll have to try harder.
right then, I've heard that.
Just giving you crap. Okay, lady, there's 58 barrel nuts at my house and a Mercer sphere if anybody needs it in my box.
Okay.
Don't need the chatty thing.
Harvest.
Oh, this is paternal figure. Have taken ill. Like GLaDOS, but without all of the interesting voice inflections.
And it doesn't even offer us cake. See, now that would be more tempting. Cake is delicious.
But the cake is alive.
I know. It's so disheartening. Alright. That should be enough. Alright.
Suffer.
Oh, that's what's going
Will
on.
you bring me happiness?
What's going on?
Oh, I had connected the plastic from over there, but none was from over there, so at least a little bit would go towards the computer main. Nothing was getting there, and there was like this little short section that I forgot to connect.
Ah,
Everywhere else was connected. That one little spot.
that'll do it.
Alright. I went back and checked out. I'm like, why is it still stuck at 12? There we go. That's making another one.
I'm glad my daughter has no desire to be a thief for a living because she'd be too good at it.
Where
She
does
just snuck all the way around her mother's bed to get a Powerade and didn't wake her up.
wow?
I have to say, that takes some practice. Of course,
Yeah,
it helps if you don't be an elephant and just jump in the bed. You know, perhaps like Some certain people do. Yeah.
I sort of almost wish plastic was something I could make in the crafter just so we could, get it going just a little bit faster.
Unfortunately, with these two impure crude nodes, I can only have one extractor per refinery. Thought I could have done a little more, but nope.
Ah, dag nabbit. I'm not going this way. I'll find another way.
All right, I'm taking a quick break. I'll be back.
This hypertube path I went down would have even been too long for my standards.
That's when you know it's long.
Yeah, I was adding like 500 meters on the path, so it's time to find another way to route this. A little bit of an extension, to loop you around, fly you into a rock, that's fine. But 500 meters in the wrong direction that I then have to reroute, no. Homie, don't
That's
play
a
that.
lot of material, especially at the distance that you're going for.
Yeah, I don't want to use all my materials to get done as it is.
I'm gonna go check on the computer operations.
Maybe that's a better approach. Let me see what I can do with that. I'll probably have enough resources to do it that way. And it wouldn't be nearly as annoying.
Motor assembler. Let's head up one more.
Lady,
Check
okay
out the
over
combines. My son seems to have a bit of a cough. I don't. Got a bit of a cough.
there? Gotcha.
Ooh. The hard drive's complete. And I found the one hard drive I was really hoping to. Had the iron ingots to straight screws.
The one that converts limestone to screws, right?
No, it's iron to screw, but this one does actually have a alternate concrete, alternative concrete recipe that involves rubber.
Okay, I'll admit that's interesting.
And we can do. There's a recipe for steel and plastic that it can use to make iron plates.
That seems kind of counterproductive.
And then one that actually does make sense, copper cable and rubber to make insulated cable.
That kind of makes more sense than the original recipe.
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely does. I think I'm going to go with the cable recipe because the other two, like the concrete recipe is completely unnecessary. The iron plates recipe is both unnecessary and completely counterintuitive. Why would we take some of our most expensive and hard to get a hold of resources, combine them together, and make the most basic thing in the game?
Overabundance of boredom? I'm not quite sure beyond that.
I mean, that would be like a challenge mode thing that my brothers-in-law might take on, but they're the only masochists I know that are masochistic enough to try it.
I don't know. I played Stardust on 500% difficulty this week.
What game's that?
You build a little spaceship, but usually you start out with like a crashed spaceship. So you've only got like a little bit of resources and you just kind of have to piece it together. But as you're building, you know, an asteroid comes through and smashes, you know, a chunk out of the side of your spaceship.
Huh.
Or space aliens land and start shooting you, or pirates land and start shooting your ship, you know.
It sounds like it's one of those things where the developers have a very specific idea as to what fun is supposed to mean.
I think the best way to put it is the same way you could put it about Dwarf Fortress.
Ah, losing is fun.
Yes.
Oh, did you see that that game finally came out onto Steam? Like, the developers finally caved and put a version of it out on Steam.
They didn't. Well, I guess they kind of caved.
Well, for years they were saying that this was their passion project and they weren't entirely interested in trying to make money off of it. But
I've
people
actually
kept
been-
clamoring for it.
I've been following that a fair bit because I'm a huge fan. I would love to play another round of it, but because I know every time I start the game, I'm going to sacrifice 200 hours minimum.
Yeah.
It's a little hard to do that these days, but I still support it. So I went out and bought it on Steam. Like the week it came out, I already had it. But what really happened is that the authors of the game aren't young anymore,
Yeah.
and they need to be able to pay for their medical needs, and they can't do it using their model that they were using. So to get what they needed to survive, that's what they did.
Yeah. But I mean, I'm of the opinion, why weren't they doing it sooner?
Well, it was about what they stood for, is what it
Yeah.
was.
I mean, fair enough, but
I respect them for it, but we all have to eat.
yeah.
And, you know, not die of various health conditions. You know. I mean,
Yeah.
I firmly believe money's only worth the happiness that it brings, but sometimes you need a little more than 2 pennies rubbed together to survive.
Yeah. Alright, well, we are about halfway through the necessary count of computers. You're at 52. Due to the large amounts of plastic needed, I don't know if I will be able to mass produce any more, even if I was to start crafting components by hand.
Fair enough. I'm going to try and get this hypertube back over to where it needs to be. And then that's going to be my primary focus for the moment. I see the stairs. Okay, that alien artifact looks like an egg. Ow! Go away, hog sandwich.
Good old hogs.
Hog, the other white meat. Dun dun dun. Huh. Where did I put that hypertube? I've got enough to finish it at this point, but I'm not sure where I ran it to. That was infinitely wise. Ah. I fell. I fell again. What the heck?
Lovely. Do you need a revive?
No, no, it was a short fall.
Okay.
It was more irritating than anything else. I can't seem to find my hypertube I was working on. Oh, it's a power slug. Take that. Yeah, I'll just go look on the other side. This isn't the kind of forest I want to get lost in. Been there, done that. Been defibrillated 4 times.
Ah, one of those scenarios
Yeah.
I helped with.
Alright, I got better line of sight up here. Maybe I can see it from up here.
Well, lady, we are halfway up to the new halfway through the computers for the milestone.
And I've almost got a hypertube back between the 2 bases. Just gotta figure out what direction I went stupid at. Which is apparently a little easier said than done.
Are the steel pipes at?
Oh, why don't I build a lookout tower? That would make sense.
Alright.
Architecture.
Back out to the oil outpost, see if I can put down another refinery. And, get some more oil in to start making, making more oil plastic. Because, gonna need it. We're gonna
Yep.
need all that we can get.
Maybe it's more east. I would much rather walk around here lost for a little bit than walk around in that giant pile of bamboo and death.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, looky there. I found it. Alright. That wasn't so far. Watch, I'll be short by like 1 block or something to finishing it.
That's typically how it goes.
Yeah.
Alright. Refinery.
I think I might actually be short materials. Dag nabbit.
Happens all the time, don't it?
Yeah. Oh, maybe. Maybe. Just enough. Got it. All right. Cool.
Oh dear me. Oh wait, how did I survive that? I just fell a long ways and somehow survived.
Far down did you fall?
Luck.
A ways. I don't know how to tell you how far. Okay, you know where the biofuel making setup is?
Yeah.
Well, I fell off that.
All the way to the ground?
Just short of it.
Oh, wow.
That's a drop.
Right? Well, since I'm down here, and right around, I'm gonna. Of course, it's not really not far. It's not that far off because it's right next to the power plant. But I was going to get something, so I'm just gonna do it this way.
Let's see if I can run through the poison and not die. That's kind of strange. Maybe walking on a hypertube somehow grants magical poison immunity? I don't know. I'm gonna go with I got lucky. Count my luck. Yeah. Oh. I know it was faster to build it the way I built it, like walking to the middle to finish it. But walking back to one end of this long tube is not fun. Even from the middle.
Ooh. Yeah.
Alright, I'm back at the hub. Or the hypertube hub.
Cool. You understand when I say I have no desire to join you.
I was gonna
happy
try
you're
out my new
back.
hypertube.
I'm in the middle of making a big pipe right. Maybe in a minute. Just slap a couple of inline pumps on this thing and you can come see the new hypertube.
All right. I don't know if I should time this hypertube or not. I'm gonna paint it though, just so y'all are forewarned.
Okay. Do we have to worry about going psychedelically colorblind?
Pink.
Pink?
Yes.
Pink? We don't need no stinking pink.
Thank you.
Actually, I'm already painting it pink.
Traitor.
Actually, that's purple.
Alright, I have a whole more 2 plastic. 20 more plastic a minute. Heading towards the computer lines.
There we go. That's more of a pink.
What? Okay. So, good news. I found another drop pod. Bad news. It needs rubber and I don't have any.
Oh, okay. Actually, I do have rubber. How much does it need?
10.
That's nothing.
It's not that much. But yes.
Alright. Go ahead. 200. Alright, I am gonna head your way, lady.
Okay.
I'm gonna see if this hypertube takes longer than a minute to travel down.
Based off of how long it takes to run even a partial way there, I'm willing to bet yes. A minute or two. Probably. Are you on the far side of the clouds of poison that I'm seeing ahead of me?
I did not go through poison. Okay, let's see. Did you see the marker I just put down?
I
Let's
can't.
see.
You're covering it. Drop pod needs rubber. Okay, just saw that one.
That's it.
I'll find out if radiation damage still applies inside a tube.
I will say that I picked up from the ground around it, I picked up some circuit boards.
Oh, good.
Yeah. There was circuit boards, screws, and frames.
Right.
Well, I actually went to get stuff to make some battlefield, but I ended up going slightly farther, and I found, hold on, let's see. I at least found something that will give me mycelium. Mycelia. At least some things that will give me mycelia. So I'm gonna collect that while I'm in this area.
Okay. Almost to the drop pod. I think we explored this area at one point, but I'm not sure.
I'm not sure because there's no markers in this direction, and I don't recognize the specific area, so. I mean, maybe you have, but I don't recognize it.
The trip only loses a quarter of a box, but the tube does travel through radiation. There's not really a lot of way around that because of where it travels to.
Yeah. Only takes like a quarter box of health.
Yeah, which isn't too bad considering.
Yeah, that's not that bad. All right, I've got another fix-it hard drive.
Cool.
Let's go see what horrible recipes come off of this one. Did you hear one of the recipes?
Good. You never know.
Did you hear one of the recipes from the last one?
I thought one of the last ones was one of the ones that you were looking for.
No, the last hard drive I researched was while you were gone. The research
No.
finished, and one of the recipes was you could take steel ingots and plastic and get iron plates out of it.
Ah.
I'm just sitting there going, two of our most like critical and hard to get resources, and we can get the most basic thing in the game. Yeah, no. I went with the alternate insulated cable recipe, which is a couple of wire and some rubber makes like 20 rolls of cable or something. Oh, Multi, what happened?
You mean?
It says you left the game. Did you crash?
Oh, I guess I did. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
still hear you.
Yeah, I guess the game crashed.
That's right, Spitter. I have ranged attacks now, too.
Yeah, I guess it crashed. I made it all the way to the destination on the other side of the tube. It took like 2.5 minutes to get there.
Oh. So good news. Close to the area. Let's see. It looks like there's oil in my direction. Let's see. I think I passed a little bit of it. Go towards this. Find it. I'm gonna mark it. Looks like I'm very close to some oil. Hold on, where is it? Scan again. Oh, I'm on top of. I'm right on top of it. Oh, okay. Yep, there's oil over here. There's 1, 2, 3 patches of oil over here.
What grades?
I don't know. There's things about to shoot at me right next to them.
Ah.
Alright. I think it's gonna let me in. We'll see.
Oh. Lagging. I'm gonna guess it is. Yeah, it says you joined.
It's thinking about it at this end, but I'm not sure. It's still questioning its existence, like avoiding relatives, so.
Fair
Alright,
enough.
looks like I'm back.
Those are things that do need to be contemplated from time to time. Relatives in existence.
Certain relatives make you contemplate why you continue your existence, but you know.
Exactly. So, contemplation well wasted.
Oh yeah. I've got some basic things over here being manufactured.
Okay.
Yay.
Normal. This is the first one. Okay, normal.
Alright, we're scanning the new hard drive.
Normal.
New normals.
Hold on. I'm working on staying alive too.
Staying alive, staying alive.
Okay, that's those. And there's one more. Impure. Normal, and impure.
Okay, well that's still good. The current node we're working off of is 2 impures and a normal.
Well, I will tell you that about 1,000 miles or whatever you would call it, and let's see what direction. Wait till it pops up again. To the north of me, there is 2 more. Looks like it's in the same direction as some others that have already been seen because they're great. Let me see. Map. Looking the direction going the direction I'm looking. Okay. Oh, hold on. You can actually look at them. Okay, those are all impure. Never mind. Well, unless you want them. Is that good or bad? I don't really know what the grades are.
Impure is the worst.
Okay, so it looks like the 3 that I can see at a distance is all impure from what I'm seeing. So those are good. Anyway, there's 2 normals and an impure in this location. Um, I will mark it. In my description. I will say, oh, this is actually 4. Okay, it's never mind. It's 4, and it's 2 impures and 2 normals.
Okay, well, that's still good. I need to go step away real quick. You two have fun.
I wonder what purity temp is. That's a new one to me. Huh.
No clue.
Okay. Well, so far today, I successfully managed to not fall in a hole, so I guess today's been successful.
No.
Let's see here.
Okay, marked it. I'm not putting it in infinite because we already have enough things clogging. But you can look at the map to see it. Assuming you can see that.
Yeah, I can.
All right. Well, since I'm way over here, I thought I would scan for a few things, see if there's anything in this area. And since this is kind of a deserty area, I figured this is kind of a desert area. Figured I would scan for that first.
Well, that makes sense. I'm just collecting some hard drives and junk lying around at the moment. That could be challenging because I know there's a bunch of very angry critters waiting for me up here. But if I die now, it's not impossible to get back, so that's a good start.
Okay, it's really common. It's kind of common, but I'll go scan for iron since I'm up here. I mean, there's like 1, 2, not too far from here, but that's kind of meh.
Ah, it's radioactive. Wasn't quite how I imagined that going in my mind. Uranium ore and a very angry spitter. Thankfully, I've got some of those inhalers you made around still.
Good.
It's an angry elf. Whoa! I don't know if I'm gonna win or die, but I'm gonna go out swinging my Xenobash. Alright. That was lucky. Right, I don't need a chainsaw to explore radiation. That's not gonna help me. Batteries.
Yes. 7 o'clock. 1900. So apparently, to the east of my location, there is a pure sulfur node somewhere way over there. It's really far, but
I found pure uranium ore.
oh, lovely. I don't know why I'm this far out, but I always get the curiosity gets the better of me, honestly. What's this? Oh, I found a water. found a water source. The the
Oh,
extraction
dag
nodes.
nabbit.
One of those extraction nodes.
They've increased the radiation when you mine
Little
uranium
geyser.
by hand. Turns out it kills you when you mine radiation by hand these days.
Ah, you know, I feel like that's a little obvious.
Yeah, perhaps.
Oh dear! I now have hogs behind me.
Well, I think I'm gonna have to go pick up all my stuff now. Thankfully, it's easy to get back now. I made sure it was before I went to gather the materials because I didn't want to have to not be able to walk back. I mean, the only catch is it's going to take 2.5 minutes to hypertube back, but that sure beats the walk. I think it took me and Gecko like 30, 45 minutes to do that walk the other day.
Yeah.
I could join you all for a little while longer today, but before too long, I got to work on some fighter issues.
We only really stream till 1800, 1830, and it's 1800 right now. So we probably won't go too much longer.
Got you. Yeah, we had somebody come and try and fix our kitchen this week, and he had to crawl into the house and he found some brown recluses under there.
Oh dear.
And I found water under there, which means we have a drainage issue, too, of some kind. But fixed the drainage issue already. I took a steel rod from a old printer and made a few drainage holes in the foundation until I can figure out where the water's coming in and seal it. I just need something to get the water to go away because the brown recluses are living there because the water is breeding insects.
Oh dear. That's okay.
So, yeah. So I get to go and read up on how to remove brown recluses and all that fun here in a little bit.
Lovely.
I mean,
Better you than me is all I have to say.
yeah, I don't think that's the only spider under there. I just think that they are under there because I found a baby one on me when I climbed under there.
Oh, Gully, please don't. Oh, no. Nope. Don't want to hear about that.
Well, I put it in a jar just so I could go.
No, stop.
I could send you some pictures if you want.
No. I don't want to see pictures.
It's just what you do. You send pictures of insects to your internet sisters.
No, I will not look at it.
No, in all seriousness, like I captured it so I could show the exterminator, like, hey, here's what we got to confirm it's a brown recluse or not.
Uh-huh.
That's actually the truth of the matter. But I mean, I could send you pictures if you really want.
No.
But they just want to give you a hug and poison.
No.
They just express their love through poison. That's how spiders work, don't you know?
I'm the one that freaked out over the large spider-looking things, and I could not go back to the area hardly because every time I tried, they were basically on my head, which creeped me out even more than anything else, and may have turned on arachnophobia mode to get past them.
That is a funny movie, though.
Uh-huh.
In all seriousness, though, there's some really funny parts of that movie. If you didn't have arachnophobia, the movie actually has some quite hilarious stuff in it. One of the spiders, when it breaks into the mall, actually barks.
I have a bit of arachnophobia. I can deal with certain kinds, so it's not like it's all. But yes, I do have a bit of arachnophobia.
She has
You
terrible
don't like-
arachnophobia. She can't even take Choo Choo Charles.
Hey, that's so no. You don't have to have severe arachnophobia to be frightened of that damn thing.
I was just telling lady. while you
Big
were
old
gone,
train
that-
big old train that's half spider. No, thank you.
I was just telling lady while you were gone, Gecko, that I caught a baby brown recluse. That I need the exterminator to confirm it's a brown recluse. And I was letting her know that I'd be more than happy to be a good internet brother and send her pictures of that spider.
No, no, no.
Yeah, send him to her so that she can show him to our son, and he'll be able to.
You can show him to the sign. I will not. You are about to get a bolt to your face. Yeah, you can look at them, chum.
Number
I'm
5
not
is
looking at them.
alive. That's what that laugh made me think of.
Last person that tried sending me spider pictures, I took what I knew they were scared of and sent them pictures of that, which happened to be snakes. So it was quite conveniently I'm not frightened of snakes. So I sent them snake pictures. That was kind of funny, actually.
Nah.
I did it in retaliation.
Right, we're 3/4 of the way to having the computers done. However, looking at the time, I fear we won't have enough.
Ah.
Yeah, and I kind of need to go do
Yeah,
some dinner prep, so.
we're pushing 3 hours now.
This is about my stopping point.
Oh, do we have lead suits yet?
No.
I don't think so.
Darn it.
Are you dead?
I kind of picked up my inventory. Oh, you got a hard drive you need to use, man.
Okay, so make sure you throw the iridium off to the side.
But I want it.
No, you can't even pick it up, you will die. And I believe you know this.
I can't confirm nor deny the fact that I have now died twice from mining uranium.
You did not. You do realize that you die when you can die with just having it in your inventory. Right?
No, I'm in denial, so I just won't die.
Uh-huh. Well, nice knowing you.
I've died twice now trying to pick up my inventory.
You have to toss the uranium out of it, grab what you can, and run. I've actually done this before. Hence why I know.
Oh.
Alright, so I need help with these recipes, because I really don't know which of these is the worst. So we have an
That's not a good
alternate
sign.
charcoal recipe, which takes 1 wood and makes it into 10 coal. There is a coke steel recipe, which takes 15 iron ore, 15 petroleum coke, and makes 20 steel ingots out of it. Or we have steamed copper sheets, which is 3 copper ingots and 3 water makes 3 copper sheets.
I think the Coke one sounds the most useful, but...
Okay, we'll go with the coke one then. I mean, I was just not out to deny the fact that those other ones are just not great.
More too awesome. I think the water copper one's kind of interesting.
Yeah, but they're made in the refineries, which take a ton of power.
Ah. Uh, oh.
Now, there is the alternative iron recipe, which is water and iron ore, and that makes a lot of iron. I would consider using, but again, it is the refineries tend to draw a lot of juice. Well, we've got 3 plastic plants happily cranking out plastic as fast as they can get out.
I'm going to pick up the uranium and drop it in a box that I made to put uranium in. Which will probably kill me, and then I'll fly back again.
Have fun, I think.
Perhaps. I mean, if I just pick the uranium up and make it halfway to the box and then die halfway, I guess that's still progress.
So I'm told. Told that's what process or progress looks like.
Multiple uranium suicides?
Yeah.
That's the thing in this game. There we go. Uranium sandwiches.
Uranium sandwiches.
There's no glass to eat, so I'll just have to have some uranium for lunch.
I was watching a vlog that the developers were doing. It was a list of features that they have no plans on adding into the game, and one of them was golf. They said we have no
Okay.
plans of putting golf in the game because no one can be bothered to implement it. And I was like, well, you know what? That's as good of an excuse as any. Can't be bothered. Period.
Yeah, I don't really. I mean, I guess you could add a cylinder in the game and then make kind of a air gun thing and do kind of like a disc golf thing. I don't know.
Or you just put like a melee weapon in that's just a golf club, a ball. You just hold it down to charge it. Let go to hit.
Yeah, I'm not sure who requested golf as a feature. That in itself kind of concerns me.
Oh no! I lived. Barely, but I lived. I fell all the way from the top of the factory. Almost the top of the factory.
Okay, I'll have to die a few more times to do that successfully. I can walk about 1 square tile and then I die carrying the uranium.
Yeah, that stuff's dangerous.
Nah, it's just nature's Cronenberg cleaning fluid. I don't know.
Well, I can tell you that I think the reason why they might have had suggestions to put golf in the game would be people who are like, no, I want something to do while I'm bored and I'm waiting for my stuff to craft.
Oh, I just turn that off and go do something else.
But to
I
me,
just leave the game right in the background.
that's that. But then the other thing is also that's what the scouting is for. That's what the exploration is for.
You got a good point.
No, it's like complaining that Monster Hunter doesn't. Monster Hunter is a slow game, and you keep running out of resources, and there's no way to like get resources without having to hunt monsters. And it's like, well, no, they have expeditions for that, and you can literally you can go fishing on those expeditions and have missions tied to research for those fishing missions. Now, I cheesed all of them, and I just went in with the capture net and just caught the fish that way. But my brother did everything with the actual fishing, and
The
he said it's
champion of fishing games around here is Mrs. Coder. If there's a fishing mini game, I just hand it to her and here, have fun.
yeah. But
Most
there
of the
was a
time.
there was a critic that was saying that he thinks like the next big trend in gaming is going to be like cozy games, which are like they're quiet, like very simple games that have a very simple core gameplay loop and not really any kind of like detailed narrative or any kind of epic story or anything like that. Games like Power Wash Simulator or Hard Space Shipbreaker.
Well, if those
Or
games work correctly, then cool. But the hard space shipbreaker thing, I tried playing it for about 10 minutes and I uninstalled it and got my money back. It just bad. They did nothing to optimize it when I played it at all, so you couldn't actually play the game.
oh,
Now maybe they fixed it since now. It might be more playable now. Junk Punk is the one I want to go back to that I haven't. It's kind of like that style of game. You're basically some robot on some crashed planet, and you have to go through like literal heaps of junk and actually collect all the pieces you need to build your stuff.
hmm.
Kind of reminds you of the movie Soldier, but with a robot.
Huh. Yeah, it makes me. That's what it was making me think of when you were saying, like, we're on a junk planet, basically.
Yeah. Which did actually make a game for that, but if you can find it anywhere, I don't recommend you play it.
Well, that is typically something called shovelware. Although apparently, a game that came out, a licensed game tied to a movie that came out quite recently. There's a Starship Troopers game.
Yes, I'm actually excited about that one. I just don't have 32 friends to play it with.
And it's apparently, despite the fact that the movie is apparently known as like one of the worst ones in the history of ever,
See, that's what's funny
the
is
game is actually quite solid.
the movie itself isn't a horrible movie, and it's the most interesting to me is the people that are really anti that movie don't actually understand that the guy who made the movie was doing a movie of satire.
Yeah.
Like, you know, the only citizens get the right to vote thing. He did that as a satire thing, not as a like this is what I think is the best way to do things. And that's what I find hilarious is most of the people that are really against the movie because of politics don't understand that that whole concept in the movie was purely satire.
I mean, he was making fun of the notion, yeah.
Yeah, and that's
I
what's
got
funny to me.
I got the feeling I've seen some clips of it like online and stuff. I did get the feeling there was supposed to be like there's like an underlying joke to a lot of the stuff like is leading up to the events.
And I mean, honestly, like even though it's satire, and that's why they get so upset is because they think because it's, they won't take it as satire, they take it serious. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To an extent, there are countries in the world that do function in a similar manner. If you don't serve that country's military, you are not a citizen.
Yeah.
And typically that works fairly well. New Zealand's one of the more unique ones for citizenship, which I found hilarious. So there's some area or some part of New Zealand, from what I read, I mean, maybe I'm wrong, maybe somebody knows better than me on this, where your neighbors have to approve your citizenship if you've immigrated there, okay?
Uh-huh.
So if you're like a terrible neighbor, you'll get kicked out of New Zealand.
That is an interesting way of doing it.
Yeah, and I was reading some random news article about some lady that she got kicked out of New Zealand because instead of like trying to be nice to her neighbors, every time she greeted them, she tried to push some political agenda. And as a consequence, her neighbors hated her. So when she went to apply for citizenship, she was told to leave New Zealand because her neighbors didn't want her to stay. They wanted her to get the heck out of New Zealand.
I mean, it's how the chips do land sometimes.
I found that quite hilarious. You know, if you're gonna go to a country and you don't take the time to learn the rules, it's gonna bite you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, I mean, we're talking about a news article, so the truth is probably a little debatable. There probably was some more to the story.
Couple bags of salt, rule, and everything. Yeah.
Couple bags of salt. There's other countries too where military service is mandatory, like Switzerland and Israel. There's two
Korea
of
as
them.
well. South Korea.
I didn't know about South Korea, but that makes sense.
Yeah. Back when I was following the StarCraft 2 scene, there were several pros that basically had to leave the scene for, I think it was like 18 months or something like that. To serve in the military.
Gotcha.
And when they got out, they came back into the scene, and a lot of them didn't do very well because they'd missed about 18 months worth of meta changes.
Yeah.
Sadly had a very, very rough time adapting. It was mostly between when the Heart of the Swarm expansion was phased out and Legacy of the Void launched.
Huh.
Which there were a lot of top tier StarCraft 2 pros in Heart of the Swarm that just did not make the transition in Legacy of the Void very well at all.
Huh.
Legacy of the Void changed a lot of stuff.
A lot of game dynamics.
Well, it changed a lot of the game dynamics by like it was basically like the first 5 minutes of the game were deleted because during that first 5 minutes all you're trying to do is get your economy established.
Mm-hmm.
But it starts you off with 12 workers straight off the bat now. Whereas before you started with like 5 or 8 or something like that, and you needed to build up to 12 before you could really do anything. Now you start at 12.
That changes your resource gathering, your construction queue.
Yeah, that changes resource gathering, that changes construction queue. But if you weren't getting those workers and getting your construction queue going anyway, there was nothing you could do. You were going to be behind your opponent regardless. So
That's like some of those RTSs that I mean, I used to love RTSs, but I don't play RTSs online much anymore because I'm not a spring chicken anymore. I can't keep up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, same with FPSs. You know, I enjoy certain ones; they're a lot of fun, but I don't play competitively because I'm getting old. So.
I don't particularly care about the competitive side of most of that stuff either, because, you know, I am getting old, but also, especially when it comes to, like, FPSs and RTSs, I wasn't always that good at them to start with.
Me and two relatives would jump on a server together, and people would hate us because we would take top 3 every time we played.
Yeah.
Now my sister and my cousin are probably still lethal. I'm not. I just can't keep up anymore.
I do remember
you know
that.
the old Quake?
Do you remember that time I was playing with you, your dad, and your uncle on Red Alert, and we went up against some, like, savagely brutal AIs. And I'm just sitting there the whole time just going, okay, you know, I can't advance beyond rocket troops. for I'm using barracks units, and I'm like soaking up everything, and I'm like, I don't know what to
I
do.
got him. I got the last of them.
Oh,
Yeah, and
nice.
they've got Tesla coils, and they're getting ready to lob nukes across the map.
Yeah, well, all of a sudden my computer just starts to lag out really badly. Like, your uncle's just like, all right, I'm coming to help, and everything just lags out, and then just the entire map started to just move with units.
V2s, mammoths, Rocket Man. V2s, mammoths, Rocket Man. And I'm the guy that'll build like 100 helos.
Yeah.
And I do that just to be a pest.
Milestone reached. The fuel generator will match power
Because
generation to the
their
increased
strategy
consumption of recently
is one of
acquired
those that's just
technologies
kind
and
of
buildings.
unstoppable once they
Additionally,
go at it.
improved conveyor belts and lifts can now be constructed.
We have Mark
Returning
IV
standing
belts.
Now
Mark
have
IV belt.
Mark IV belts, yep.
Nice.
Which means you're probably going to want to boost the encased.
Your mic sounds really far away.
I know, it's because it slipped up. Gonna have to boost the encased ones now.
Yes. Alternative fuel transport.
And we now have fuel generator. Takes 5 computers, 10 of those extra level frames, whatever they're called, and then we need 15 motors, 50 rubber, and 50 Caterium wire for 1 fuel generator.
All right, we
That
will
sounds
look into
good.
that next time, I guess.
Guess so.
I've got my food set next to me, and I've been sneaking bites as I've been going, but it's starting to get cold, and this is definitely the type of food that's better eaten warm.
Wait. You can eat it warm?
Oh, hush. Yeah, so for those who were wondering... So for those who were wondering why I rag on my wife so hard, we trade blows pretty evenly these days.
What do you mean these days? It's always happened. That's just our relationship. His parents are like the same way. So yes, we know what we're doing, and we're not fighting. This is what we do all the time.
This is how we talk, yes.
That's what she said?
This is like just our married life. This is just how it is.
Alright, well, I guess we're gonna have to... Well, once we start getting a couple of fuel generators going, I want to bring the other base back up online. Start moving stuff over, and...
I mean, even
Doing
one fuel
everything.
generator in addition to what we got will be probably a significant boost.
Yeah. How much do they...
Well, the biggest thing
I
is
have no
just
idea.
to clear out junk in your stockpile of all the excess fuel, so.
Yeah,
150 megawatts.
that's double the coal generators.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just get
75.
one or
Regular
two.
Coal generators did 75. This one's 150.
Yeah, so we just do like one or two of those.
Yeah.
And we can go crazy.
Yep.
And
honest-
soon enough,
honestly-
they can do geysers too.
Yeah, and honestly, we should have a lot of this laying around. I know you have the rubber because I saw how much rubber you had over there. You had like a little over a stack. So,
Yeah.
and the 5 computers won't take that long to accumulate. So this won't take long to be able to put these down. Like we already have all this stuff making already.
Yeah.
like
In fact, I'm
automatically
pretty sure
making.
the computers, we might have all the computers that we...
Yeah, because all this
Uh,
stuff is already automatically making all of this stuff. So let's see, and we have the frames too. The heavy modular frames, we have 60 in the crate over here,
Alright, well, grab those. I will grab
and we have 6 computers already.
those computers. And I'm gonna go place one of these fuel generators and start running pipe.
Yeah, you
Nice.
might as well. We have everything you need, so you might as well go ahead. You have the Caterium wire?
Yes, I do have Caterium.
Okay, and you have as much as you need?
Yeah.
Okay, just checking. I have extra on me because I was doing the Caterium factory last time. I have 883 Caterium wire on me right now.
Have 600.
I've built up enough. I can probably go and add my second power plant in next time. Things are starting to lay out pretty decent over here. So
Going by whose standards? Because I've heard stories from my brothers-in-law.
No specific standard per se. Just
Well, just good to know. All right, let's see how giant this thing is. Oh, my lands.
it's
Oh,
pretty
you
big.
got the power plant?
Yeah.
Well, go ahead. I want to come down there and see it.
Okay.
I figured it was gonna be big.
It doesn't seem to be as big as the coal guys. Looking at it, it's definitely a different shape.
Well, yeah, it looks kind of roundish on the bottom. Oh my goodness, I'm falling again. Oh, that's smaller.
Yeah, actually, that
It's
is.
a funny shape, but it's actually like, yeah, it's definitely smaller. Yeah, that's actually quite a bit smaller.
Yeah. All right. Well, it's time to bring the pipes over.
By the way, did you think of where your pipe input's gonna be when you put this down? Because it's on this side. Is that how you want to keep it laid out?
Yeah, the same side as the water pipe. Yeah.
Good point. Okay. Sounds good.
Let's see what I'm missing here.
Yeah, we're at the coal generators area. We're at the end of the row of coal generators.
Let's see here. Oh, I probably should build one of those too. There we go. That's officially a base. I built a MAM. Alright, do you have polymer resin sitting around over there?
I'm working on polymer resin.
Okay.
We've been using that to make our plastic.
Okay. If you happen to have 100 of it sitting around at some point, I'm gonna snag it. Finish up a tech tree for us.
I think that might be a tall order.
Yeah, it's all going to make plastic, and we don't even have enough plastic making this, so.
No problem. I'm just still getting set up over here, so I can't make plastic yet. But I'll get there. Get her own plastic. Alright. I think I can finish some of our tech trees next time. Depending on how good the base build goes.
Cool.
In the MAM, I mean.
I figured that's what you were talking about.
Alright. Okay. Leaves. I guess the primary export of my base right now is power slugs.
Can always
The
use
super-
those, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, until we get everything more set up over here. I'm working on it. Just not a 5-minute process.
Well, I'm about to get fuel going. Properly using it.
Nice.
I just can't wait to set all this stuff up, get it moving, and then come to find out that the amount of fuel that is made by these refineries is like well and far and above beyond all of what the power generators could ever hope to consume. That just seems like this would be just the logical thing to expect.
What? Oh, whoops.
Uh-oh, what happened?
I fell. It's okay. I'm
Oh.
not. I'm close. I'm just
Is
by
the
the
metal
power
on fire?
generators. I kind of feel off. Wasn't paying attention. It's fine.
Pipe is too long.
Without the power legs, I run so slowly.
Did you die or something?
Yes.
Oh. Well, that does make things difficult.
Yeah, I don't have to go that far, but still.
Yeah, I unfortunately can't entirely wait not to go that far. That seems to be the trend. If I die, I have to go very far.
I just died by the power generators, so it wasn't really that big a deal. Annoying, but not a big deal.
I'm working on expanding the power infrastructure over here. I've gotten to where I need the second coal generator going. And then...
And do it in a row so that we can add more in the row later.
Yep.
Can't jump.
I think I'm going to build a localized hypertube hub here next time, though. Because a lot of the iron is in one spot, so it's easy to get to, but some of the other resources are a fair bit of walk, so I need to do manipulation of them. So probably should change that.
There you go.
A second one, thank you.
Oh, although it looks like I got it the wrong direction. Lovely. Okay, hold on while I switch the direction. I was so focused on lining it up that I didn't realize I didn't have the pipe on the right side.
Have
Pipe
y'all
input,
ever-
I mean,
Have y'all ever used the parachute in this game?
no,
No,
actually.
never.
The thing is,
Okay.
I've made one, but I've in the past, but I've never actually used it.
I am going to jump off a cliff. Just throwing that out there.
That's a bit close, dear. I don't think that's not gonna work. It's too close.
Trying to get one of those T's to attach. Be fine.
Yeah, but the other one, it won't be. You didn't quite do it right. Lucky where mine are.
Remember, make love, not Warcraft.
Look where mine are lined up. You
Oh,
want me to
yep,
fix
that
it?
doesn't work. Okay.
Told ya. Look, mine are lined up along this lane right here. Way back here. You gotta give it a little space. You know,
Are they lined up on each other?
Look, the better plan would be to move the pipes. Whatever. You can't go back with those very far. Oh, and you got this one switched back around again. It's backwards again.
Backwards again? I
Yep, it's backwards.
thought I made sure of that.
Yeah, nope, it was backwards.
Yep, you made sure it
Potential
was backwards.
stack, so
That's still too close.
yes,
I've
it
done
is.
this before, is how I know.
Like a boss.
Look, just
Fine, you do it.
look. No, I'm just trying to tell you. Put it on this line where I'm standing.
Clear those trees.
Yep. Hold on, I have to equip the thing.
Hmm.
You have to go underneath. Hold on. No, it's alright. I was just trying to show you, and you were busy looking at other things at the time, so it's fine.
Okay, so I need to verify something. Was someone just talking in the background to someone else?
Probably. Sorry.
I was just wondering because the seems to happen every time that the particular music track is happening, or it starts playing. I start hearing it. It suddenly dawned on me that I've had this scenario happen before in Minecraft, where one of the official tracks had someone coughing in the background. But I didn't think about it initially because I played the game so much on Skype.
Oh, look at that.
Wow. Cool.
Look at the production. It's gone way up.
Yeah.
We're up to like
We're
1500
up to
production.
1500 now, yeah.
Yeah.
That's like a real easy, well, real easy 1300. Get the fuel guys. I think there's, yeah, there's some of the coal generators getting coal in a coal. It keeps fluctuating.
Yeah. I've got 2 coal power plants. I've got my iron line started. I've got my limestone mine started. I got the copper a little bit started, but I've got a whole bunch of my pockets, so I didn't focus so much on that. I think I've reached my stopping point for the day, gentlemen and lady.
Alright.
Alright, well, we've hit our stopping point
Hey,
too.
Multi.
Yeah.
Live long and prosper.
Ah. Alright.
Wow, she got us both.
She did.
Alright, well, thanks everybody for coming out to watch. Hope to see you all for the next stream. Have a good rest of your weekend, everybody. Hope you have a better one than I probably will. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.